What's going on all? It's GGMC here and I'm back on the AlphaCraft Team, episode 8, and I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of things happening in Spawn. As you can see already, there's some stuff down here, like path's been starting to take some shape. There was a building here that I've ripped down completely. We flattened the land out here a little bit, added a bit of a waterfall here, and obviously there's a new shop that's appeared, which this here is the landscaping shop by Indie, which obviously you can check that down in the description below. Actually, along with all the other alphas will be down below. Make sure you go and check them all out, by the way, because they are honestly all awesome people and extremely good at like what they do on the server. But yeah, either way, today we've got two things we're going to be doing. Only two things, okay? But the first thing we're going to be doing is I want to get building a portal design up here, because recently, and I know this is happening soon, is this is going to be built here soon, which this is meant to be a post office, which, yeah, they got future home of the post office. I believe Beard's building this. So, but what I want to do is, where the portal is currently, I'll get up top here, probably better explain it up here. But yeah, where the portal currently is down there, I basically want to move it from there up to here. So what I want to do is kind of like have this like land overhang here a little bit, have the portal there, have it come out, and then kind of like staircase down and slowly then come out like here. And then that's where I can connect the path up from there, and then connect it up down there into this here. That's what I want to do. So I want to work on getting the portal and like this area done today, okay? Because this is where the spawn is. But what, obviously, the things that we can discuss as a group is try and keep it as close as you can to 0-0, which currently, even if it just moves, it's like there. That's still almost 0-0. That's pretty good, okay? So that's still fine where it is. The next thing I want to do, so I want to obviously move the portal first. The second thing I want to do is I want to go and I want to do a supply drop on the server. So, as in the supply drop is, I was watching one of the other alpha stream the other day, and let's just say their gear, like as what I'm wearing like now, wasn't great. They were still like an iron gear. They didn't have the best tools. They didn't have like obviously the tools, or like they didn't have mending on or whatever it is. So what I want to do is I want to create a supply drop. It's down that way, by the way, so it might give you a hint on who lives down that way. But they live down that way, and what I want to do is I want to drop a supply drop and essentially give them a whole perfect maxed out set of armor, set of tools, the lot, okay? Obviously for them to enjoy, because they kind of need it, okay? But first thing we're going to do is I'm going to get the supplies now to build this portal, okay? And then we'll get building to it, so I'll catch you in just a second. Okay, so I've actually went and just gathered the materials for now, okay? They're inside them shulkers here. So what I actually got planned is, because I'll show you actually dead quick what I've done here, is I've actually got rid of most of the land here and extended it out a little bit. So the actual land overhangs there a little bit more. There was a bit of land that went up here, and on top of this land here was actually a building. I've removed the building here and obviously got rid of some of the land here to flatten it out a little bit more. I might push it back slightly a little bit further. If not, I might just add a bit of like grass on top there, or I'll add something else on top of there, okay? Maybe like a tree or so. But yeah, I do plan on doing a few trees around here. But what I'm going to do for this portal is I plan on going for like a bit of like a rune look. The reason I say I want to do a rune look is because what I'm thinking of doing is maybe just dot around spawn just every now and then, just like maybe like, I don't know, up there, up here, just dot around spawn. I feel like what I want to do is I want to try and add maybe a few runes. We're not going to do this in today's episode, but add a few runes, and then what we can do is have the alphas basically decorate their own rune, like with like their own character and so on. So let's say we have, I don't know, I'll make a rune there, and I'll have like a armor stand with like my character and like some like whatever armor I want to put on it. And obviously then I decorate it how I want to. For example, I think that look could look really cool. And just like, let's say there's like, I don't know, 14, 15 alphas, there'll be 14, 15 runes around the map, or around spawn. Do you understand that? Because like, obviously I think that would look really cool. But either way, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to do this in a third person time lapse and moving on this up, okay? So enjoy.
Tucked your way into my heart. Oh, you look at me in ways I never loved. With you I know that this is all, so I don't need to take it slow. If you want me, then I believe that there's a simple remedy. We don't need no miracle, I think we've seen it all, just make the
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse there. Obviously, it only was a bit of a short time lapse, but even so, like, I'm really pleased with the outcome of this so far, by the way. Obviously, it does require a lot of detailing, which I am going to do the detail in a minute. But what my objective here is I'm going to have, obviously, the ruin here, as you can see. Around the outside here, I'm going to add, like, what I've been doing, essentially there, but probably a little bit more detailed. But probably, like, actually what Indy's done here, but there instead, okay? And have that kind of like drop down, and then where this wall is here, have this as like the starting point to where it's going to like just like gradually lead down, okay, and connect up to the path down here, if that makes sense. But either way, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do all the details. I'm going to cut obviously this part here, do all the detail, and the next part you'll see is have all the detail around this area, okay. And then we can work on this doing the path here, and then we'll go and work on the supply drop, okay. So I'll catch you in just a second. Okay, so I've gone around and I've added detail to the entire portal. I've not done the area, but this is what the portal looks like, okay. Obviously I'll get a lot closer from away from the spyglass, which I am actually really pleased with this, by the way. Which, obviously the whole point of this was obviously, again, this is meant to be like an old ruin that was placed here. And obviously then this has obviously just been turned into the portal. And I plan on maybe doing it either in a stream or off camera. Just adding a few more of these dotted around. And obviously if the alphas do like it, then I will add a lot more, and obviously one for each alpha, whether it be underground or just dotted around the mountains, inside the caves or whatever it may be. Just basically, so whenever you guys like download the world, it gives you a bit of an exploration thing to go and find each ruin. But either way, I've done the front and I've done the back here. Again, the back, obviously I had to actually get rid of the wall here, just so I can, I've got a bit more space really to work with there. But the next thing we're going to do now is we are going to do the staircase and get this wall in place, okay. So obviously I'll do this off camera. What I'm going to do off camera as well is I'm actually going to add like a different like leaves, so a different tree size. So I might add like just a regular tree down here, and I've got like a snow one up there, snow one there, and so I'm just going to dot trees on, okay. So I'm going to catch you now, and I'll catch you in just a second. Right, I've now finished the spawn portal area, okay. There obviously still is some detail that is missing, but that is fine because I don't mind doing that off camera or in like a stream, okay. But this is what we have right here, which by the way I am super pleased with this. Like, we've got 5 different trees obviously just around this area. Obviously all the trees are completely different, but we've got 2 snowy ones up here and then just 3 regular spruce ones down here. But I am generally really pleased with the entire area here. Like, the outcome of it is just so much better compared to obviously just the portal down there it was previously. Again, I did say it does require some detail, so what I mean by that is like the cliff face here could do with a bit of detailing. Could be some like some bone meal on top of all this grass around going down here. And just make like some other like little added details, maybe like, I don't know, like a little chest here, maybe some food, so anyone like needs obviously requires food, maybe some there. It does require a tiny bit more detail, but it's only a little bit. But when you come out from the portal here, you come out, obviously you've got the trees around you here, the enchanting beard's place, spider's place, and then you've got Indy's huge tree, the iron farm that Phil and Bunny did. So you've got a lot of cool things, obviously, and this comes down here, leads to the path, which this path then connects up to the path here. And if that's obviously not connected up there, then it goes to this right here. And then that leads to the post office, which I believe Beard's going to be building soon. But either way, I am super pleased with the outcome of this, and I'm really happy with like obviously this now being done, okay? But either way, what we're going to do now is I'm going to get the stuff now to do the supply drop, and I'll be back to you once I've done that. Right, I'm over here at the base where I'm going to do the build, okay, which we're going to do the supply drop, which what I plan on doing, by the way, is I'm planning on doing like a helicopter in the air, and then doing like a couple of drops dotted around. So obviously one will be maybe like there, and like let's say one will be down here. And obviously the one with like the loot in it that I'm going to give him will be like the lower one, just obviously so he's not going to go all the way up there to go and get it. But as you can tell, this is the base that I'm going to be doing at. Obviously you might recognise this base a little bit, which by the way, this is a huge drip zone cave, which is ridiculously big. Like, I mean, that's like stupidly big. But either way, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to do this next build again in a third person time lapse, okay? So enjoy.
Those hazard lights can't stop me. I'll just hold on for dear life. Yeah, I can't give up this feeling that I get when looking down from the sky. When I'm with you, when I'm with you,
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse there. The chopper now is fully done, okay? I have made some little adjustments off camera, but that's fine. But that here is the entire chopper all done, okay? Obviously, I added some little things that you can see. I added Richard on the gun here, and obviously I've added me pallets in the chopper itself. This design, by the way, this helicopter was done by MC Military Force, I believe. I'll put a link, obviously, in the description below for, obviously, if you guys go and check it out. But I am really pleased with that, okay? There is only, obviously, one more thing to do left now, which is to add the crates that are dropping down from this helicopter down here for Richard, obviously, to go and get. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do them off camera, and then I will also go and get all the all the equipment, the arm, and whatever it is that I'm going to give him, obviously, inside the drops down here. I'm going to do that off camera as well, so I'll catch you in just a second. Right, the supply drops are now done, and I've got all the gear, which obviously took me actually a while, to be fair, but it is now all done, and that there is the final product, which I am, by the way, super pleased with. Like, obviously, I've added a little bit of detail using a bit of a green, brown, and black wool, and then lime green and regular green terracotta, just to add that bit of extra detail. But if you can fly up to this lower one here, because again, I did the lower one before, it's going to have the drop in, that is just for aesthetics look. If I can land on this, I will show you what we've got inside here. So this is basically a full set of diamond gear, a new set of wings, full diamond enchanted tools. These have all got silk touch on. Obviously, I haven't made the fortune version. I'm just going to let him do that if he wants that. But everything else is all done. The enchanted apples again, loads of these, loads of rockets, obviously an enchanted shield. So that's basically like a full supply drop that you'd want. So now he is fully decked out. And obviously now he basically just needs to do no enchantment. Only if he wants to get maybe a crossbow or a trident or anything else. But I will let him do that. So obviously he's got something to do with that. Like that side of the all enchanted tools and items. But either way, I am really pleased with this and the nether portal, okay? But either way, I am going to end the video here. If you guys have enjoyed this and you want to see more content like this on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button down below. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in my next video. See ya!